So that's a tapping exercise using triads. So I'm just using major, minor, diminished, augmented triads, and I'm using the root note of F, and I'm moving through those triads just as a 3-note grouping, using two notes in my left hand, 1 note in my right hand. So if you're going to get used to playing these kind of techniques, you need to be able to hammer on and pull off notes using the index finger on your right hand. So this is just a basic tapping technique. There's much more advanced techniques where you can use, several fingers on your right hands to tap multiple notes, but this is just simple index finger. So all you've got to do is be able to do a hammer on and a pull off with that index finger on the right hand. So I've done some videos before where I've done left hand hammer on and pull off techniques. So this is exactly the same thing, but just with the right hand. So just say we're tapping the note C on the 17th fret of the 1st string. So we're going to hammer on to that note using the index finger on the right hand, and then we have to pull it off. Now there's a couple of different techniques that we could use to pull it off. So I'm going to hold down an F here with my left hand, 10th fret of the 1st string, hammer on that C. Now the first way that we could do this pull off is we could just flick the string down like that. Just a little flick downwards to activate that 2nd note. So you should be hearing 2 notes, the C first and then the F. Now that's the way that I see guitar players doing tapping techniques, but bass strings are a bit different. You've got to pluck them a bit harder to get the sound to come out properly. So there's actually a technique that I prefer, which is to pull up on the pull off. So I would hammer on like this and then pull up like this. Now that's quite similar to the way that you would just pluck a string normally with your right hand index finger. And I like that because you can do a bit more of you can give it more of a solid pull to get a clearer note on that pull off. And also the other reason I like it is because I can use the rest of my fingers on my right hand to then mute these extra strings. So the 2nd, 3rd and 4th string, I can mute them so I don't get any unwanted noise from the open strings. So that's the technique there. You can try that on all the strings. You can do it on the 2nd string, 3rd string, 4th string. Now I should say at this point that I haven't got any special setup on my bass here. There's nothing special about this bass particularly. It doesn't have a particularly low action on it. It doesn't even have new strings on it. These strings are old and they need to be changed. It's not an active bass, it's a passive bass. So my point is you can do this on any bass. You don't have to have any special setup done or new strings or anything like that. A lot of guitarists and bass players, when they're playing these kind of techniques, they put compression on. You can do that and it helps to kind of even out the dynamics in your playing, but you can do it without the compression. You don't need it. So anyway, let's complete this triad now. So we've got the note C and F, and that's the 5th and the root of an F major or minor chord, and then we're gonna tap the 3rd note with the little finger on our left hand like this. So it's going to go C, F, A flat. That gives us an F minor triad. So you can think of it like a triplet. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So what we're doing in the exercise is we're starting off with a diminished triad. So a diminished triad is 2 minor third intervals. So a minor third, you can think of it as being 3 frets on your bass. So 10th fret to 13th fret to 16th fret. That gives you F, A flat, B natural. Then F minor, which is F, A flat and C. So that's a minor third and then a major third. So minor third, 3 frets from 10 to 13, 4 frets from 13 to 17. Then major triad, F, A natural and C. That's a major third and a minor third. And finally an augmented triad, 2 major thirds. So you're going from the 10th fret to the 14th fret to that'd be the 18th fret. So you'd have F, A natural, C sharp. So you can go through each of those one at a time. So diminished, minor, major, augmented, then go back through them. So major, minor, diminished, and then you can just keep going through those as many times as you want. Minor,